So, good afternoon, students. So, welcome to the computer class. So, this is your second class. Okay. So in the last class, we were discussed about the internet and the World Wide Web. So, and also I have given the features of the World Wide Web. Okay. So now in the today's class, I will explain the features of the World Wide Web. Okay, let us move to the features of the World Wide Web. See here, these are the features of the World Wide Web. There are 5 features. So we can see one by one. Okay, first one is the availability of content. That means, see here, so the informations on the web is available 24/7. That means the web, that means the internet will be available. So in 24/7, I mean the whole day and to the 7 days, it will be available. That we can call it as a 24/7. So it is available in all the time. So whenever we are connected with the mobile data, and the data is updated in real time and made accessible to the users of the web. So that means here the data will be updated and it will be made accessible to the users, that too on the web. So next, so here most of the websites are very easily we can open the websites by using the internet. That means we can open internet at any time. And the availability of content, this is all about the availability of content. So what it means, so the internet page will be available at all the time when we have connected to the mobile data. That is the one feature of the World Wide Web. Next one is the universal standards. So all of you have know that there are to open an internet page, we are using a web browsers, isn't it? What are the web browsers then? So what we can call it as Internet Explorer, Mozilla Firefox, Opera, and these are all the web browsers. Okay, so how to open these web browsers? We can see here. See here, there is a language called HTML. Then what is the meaning of HTML? That means hypertext markup language. So we can, by using an HTML documents, we are going to develop a web browsers. That means, so we are writing a code over here by using an language, that is HTML language. By using an HTML language, we are writing a code for the web browsers. By using these web browsers, we are opening a web pages. So this HTML language, we can call it as a universal standard language for opening any of the web pages. So how this HTML will going to work out? So by using a protocol. Then what do you mean by protocol? Protocol means a set of rules, that what we can call it as a protocol. So by using which protocol we can write a HTML languages? That means by using a hypertext transfer protocol. By using these transfer protocols, we are going to write a HTML languages. And also see here how these web pages will going to get open it. So while by transferring the protocols from internet to the web pages, so by using this protocol, we are going to write a HTML languages, and also we are going to send a request to the web pages to open the web page. Okay, so this HTTP, that is means hypertext transfer protocol, it is also the universal standard. By using these universal standards, we can open a web page. Okay, this is another feature of the World Wide Web, that is the universal standard. That is which are universal standards here then? Hypertext markup language and hypertext transfer protocols are the universal standards over here. Okay, next one is the hypertext and the hyperlinks. So what do you mean by hypertext then? Hypertext are the pointers to informations or HTML on the pages. So a set of informations, what we can call, that we can call it as a hypertext, and HTML pages. So a set of HTML pages, that what we can call it as a hypertext. So these hypertexts contain the images, audios, videos, animations and hyperlinks in it. So what are the images and the audios are there, and videos are there, and animations and hyperlinks? So what are all these are there? No, those we can call it as a hypertexts. So, and next we can move to the hyperlinks. So what do you mean by hyperlink? For example, consider a Google page. So in the Google search bar, you want to search the information about the computers. There you will going to write down the definition of computer. Then what you will do? So after that, by writing that, you will going to hit the search button. So once we hit on the search button, so many links will going to get open by giving the definition of the computers. So that is the link that they have given to the search button over there to get the links of the definition of the computers, that what you have given in the search bar. So that we can call it as a hyperlink there. So to what we can give links. See here, we can give links to text, audios, videos, images. To all this we can give links to the text. Okay, this is all about the hyperlinks. So this is another feature of the World Wide Web. So next we can move to the next topic. Next feature, that we can call it as a quick search. So what do you mean by quick search then? The search engines on the web allow an easy and efficient search process informations. That means, for example, consider the Google page also. So what you will going to hit it to get an link? As early I have said, you will going to hit the search button, that is the quick search. So whenever you will going to hit the search button, you will get a link of the information that what you have written it on a search bar. So that is the quick search. So to the button or to the text, to the images, what we have given a link. So by using that link, we are opening so many of the pages that it will give a quick search of the links. That what we can call it as a quick search. Okay, this is another feature of the World Wide Web. Okay, let us move to the next feature, that is focus on shared interests. So that means many people have different interests in different fields. Okay, likewise, the World Wide Web begins the people with common interests together, that too from a different locations of the world. So that means, so by using Google, we can search any of the information according to the people. For example, an engineer can search the related information about his subjects through Google's, and a doctor can search any information which is related to the medical field in the Google. Okay, likewise, in different fields, people can access their fields informations in a Google. So that means different peoples have different interest. By using so many of the web browsers, they can open the links. Okay, that is another feature of the World Wide Web. that is the focus on shared interests. So these are the features of the World Wide Web. Okay. Next, we can move to the next topic, that is called as the difference between internet and the World Wide Web. Okay. So as you know that internet, you know the internet because you are using today. Okay. So what do you mean by internet? As I earlier said, a network of network, that what we can call it as an internet. So this is a global networks. Internet is a global network that connects a large number of network and also a millions of computer together. When millions of computer connected to each other and we are accessing information about a particular subject, in that case we can call to that a internet. Okay. Then so there are various services are there. So they are those services are provided by the internet. Then what are the services of the internet? So see here, email, whatever the now we are sending an email from one person's to another person's, isn't it? But through your email IDs. So that is one of the services of the internet. Then the chatting. So you are doing so many of chattings in WhatsApp, isn't it? So that this chatting is another service of the internet. Then telnet, then FTP, so then World Wide Web. These are all the services provided by the internet. FTP means file transfer protocol. That means, so when we are sending an information from one file to another file, there we are using a protocol called FTP, that is a file transfer protocols. So these are all the services which are provided by the internet. Then what do you mean by World Wide Web? Then as I earlier said, World Wide Web means www. So when we to open any of the internet page, we are using a World Wide Web. So without World Wide Web, we can't open any of the web pages. So World Wide Web is a hyperlinked and continuous network of documents. So that means in the web, by using this World Wide Web, we are opening a web pages and we are giving a link to the web pages and we are giving a network to the document. That means we are sending an information from one document to another documents by using this World Wide Web. So this is a differences between the internet and the World Wide Web. As I earlier said, I will glance you once again. Internet means network of network is the internet and World Wide Web is the one of the services which is provided by the internet. Okay. I think all of you have understood. So if you got any doubts, you are very free to ask in the subject group. So you can text. Okay, see here. Those who are not asking any doubts or any those who are not mingling with us in the text, that too in the group, I will keep your attendance as absent. Okay, all of you should watch the video carefully and read the book carefully. Okay. Next we can move to the next topic, that we can call it as a web terminology. So web terminology contains so many of the topics. So first topic will be the HTML. That means hypertext markup language. So these languages used to create web pages and HTML documents. So for example, consider, so if you want to open an Gmail account, what you are going to do it? You are going to write in the URL path as www.gmail.com. Once we have given the address of the Gmail, the Gmail page, it will going to open it. Okay, so how it will look like you have seen in your internet. Okay, so to create that page we are using these languages, that we can call it as a HTML. There are so many tags are there. By using those tags we are writing a language called hypertext markup languages. And this HTML page can display text, and it can display graphics, and it can give hyperlinks to interact with other web pages. For example, consider, so we can give a link from one web pages to another page. For example, consider one website will be there. For example, consider your Guru Basava website will be there. So in that home page will be there. In the home page there are so many pages, links will be there. For example, if you want to know any information about the library, one text will be there on the home page, library. If you hit it on the library, you're going to give it the information about the library. And next, sports. So if you hit it on the sports text, the information of the sports will be given. So likewise, these HTML languages can give links from one web pages to the other web pages. This is all about the hypertext markup languages. Okay, next we can move to the web page. So as I earlier said, web pages are written by using the hypertext markup languages, and it is stored on the web servers. Though once we have opened the websites, these websites, we will going to get so many of the web pages, isn't it? Then this web page will be stored it on the web server. So, and this each web page is identified by a unique web address called uniform resource locator. For example, consider in your class you are all students with a strength of 50 members. Consider it. Okay, so how will going to recognize you all? By using your roll numbers, by using your names, by using your address, isn't it? Likewise, the web pages can be identified by using its location. That means the uniform resource locator. So this is the place. Uniform resource locator is the place where we are giving a identification of the web page. So what is the identification of the web page then? That is the address of the web page. So for example, if you want to open a Gmail, you are going to write it as www.gmail.com. Okay. Then if you want to open the Google page, you are going to write it as www.google.com. So this is all about the web page. Okay. So next we can move to the next topic, that we can call it as a website. Okay, then what do you mean by website? See here, a website is a collection of web pages. Collection of web pages which containing images, videos or other digital media and set under the same document name. So website is the collection of web pages. All of you know how to create a web page. That means that how to create it. That will be created by using a language called hypertext markup languages. Okay. So this website is the collection of the web pages, that what we can call it as a website. So in the website, each site is owned and managed by an individual company or an organizations. For example, consider there will be a company. That means if you want to know anything information about that company, what you are going to search it? You are going to search the website of that company. By using that website of the company, you are going to get to know the information about the company. And if you want to know anything information about your school, what you will going to how you will going to get it? By through the website of the school. Likewise, so this each site in the website is owned and managed by an individual or company or an organizations. So this is all about the website. Okay, then what do you mean by web browser? As web browser, so a web browser is a software which is used to view websites. So as I earlier said, to view a website is a collection of web pages. Once if you want to open an Gmail page, what you will going to write it? As I earlier said, www.gmail.com, isn't it? After giving the that IP address, so you will going to get the web page of the Gmail. Okay, so by using which you are writing a address of the Gmail, then by using a web server. So sorry, web browsers, isn't it? For example, consider you are using a Internet Explorer and Mozilla Firefox, Google Chrome, Opera. These are all the web browsers. So we need to install these web browsers in our computer. So okay, to open any of the websites. Okay, so these are the websites we are used to open a web pages. Okay, so this is all about the web browser. Okay, then uniform resource locators. Okay, so what do you mean by URL? That means uniform resource locator. The uniform resource locator denotes the global address of the web document and working at CERN. CERN means European Council for Nuclear Research, that too in the 1990. See here, this uniform resource locator will going to give the address of the website, that what you are going to write it on the web browser page. This is all about that means the address of the website. As I said, how you are going to recognize a person in the school by using his or her roll number, by using his or her by using his what you can call, by using his name, by using his surname. Likewise, you are going to recognize a person. Likewise, to open a particular website, you are using an URL. There we are giving it as a URL. So by using and an example of website for URL will be, for example, consider http www.wikipedia.com. Likewise, we can also give it as http www.google.com. So to open a Google page, you are going to give a URL path it as http www.google.com. Here HTTP means hypertext transfer protocol, and so by using this protocol, with the help of the World Wide Web, we are opening a Google page over here. This is all about the uniform resource locator, that is the URL. This is the path from which we are going to get a address of each website. For that, we can call it as a URL. That is a uniform resource locator. Okay, then we can move to the next topic, that what we can call it as a home page. See here, home page means the first page of the website, that what we can call it as a home page. For example, consider as I earlier said, your school's website will be there. Consider it. So once we open the website of your school, first what it will going to show it? It will going to show it, welcome to the Guru Basava School website, it will going to show it. And after that, in that page, so many links, I mean, so many contents of the school will be given on the first page of the website. That page, that what we can call it as a home page. For example, consider your 10th standard, your 9th standard book. Oh, in the first page, what we will going to get it? You will going to get it the content. So what are all the chapters will be there? They will going to introduced in the content page. That content page we can call it as the first page, isn't it? So likewise, that is the home page. That is the home page. So the first page of the website we can call it as a home page. Okay. This is all about the home page, isn't it? I think students, all of you have understood till now what I have studied. Okay. So if you have any doubts till now what I have taught, okay, you can free to ask, you can free to text me in the subject group. Okay, no need to hesitate. I am free to clear your doubts, so you can text me in the text group. So and all of you start reading the computer textbook. Okay, from next class I may start ask some questions. Okay, so you should answer. Those who are not going to answer, I will take an actions. Okay. Okay, this is all about today's class. Okay. So read carefully, all of you students. So by this I will wind up this class. Okay. Take care, all of you. Bye.